What's going on, guys? St. Jimmy here with Team Absolute Awesome with Andrew Manis, who just, what did you place? Fourth?
Fourth after Swiss.
Fourth after Swiss with his Atlantean Mermail deck. Yeah.
This thing is ridiculous. I guess I'll go over the monsters first. I played 2 Trag. Don't run this, guys. This card's really bad. I didn't like it all day. 3 Abyss Megalo. For those of you who don't know what it does, you can discard 2 water monsters from your hand and special summon them. When you do that, you get to add a Abyss Sphere to your hand. And like basically one of the best plays in the deck is you get him in your hand, you discard a couple of Atlanteans, so you get this, you get your monster, and then you blow up 2 cards or you search a card. It's really stupid. You play 3 Atlantean Dragoons. This is the guy that when he's discarded for a water monster effect, or sent to the graveyard, actually, you get to add a Sea Serpent to your deck. So this guy searches Megalo, he searches Marksman, he searches the Divas. Main thing you're going to be getting with this guy's Diva and Megalo. 2 Abyss Pikes. This card is so good. It goes really well with Mermail Atlantean. Like, one of my favorite plays in the deck is you go, you set a sphere, you activate the sphere during their main phase 1 or main phase 2, and you special this. This dies in the end phase, and it kills the Lind. When the Lind dies, you special a Mermail from your deck. So you get this guy. You discard something like a Dragoon with them, and then you can add Abyss Megalo with the Dragoon, and you add Undyne with the Pike, which is really dumb. The rest of the Atlanteans are 3 marksmen and 2 heavy infantry. You really only need 2 heavy infantry. You're not really going to be blowing face-ups up too much. Mostly you're going to be summoning Undyne and pitching marksmen to destroy their spell and traps. You get rid of all their protection right there. Like that's why I only played 1 MST. This is the best card in the deck by far. If you're not running this card, you're stupid. It can't be Veilered. If your opponent Veilers it, you still pay cost. You blow up a card, you search a card.
That happened a few times today.
It was just too good. Of course, the Divas are in there just to synchro. I mean, I don't think I lost a single game that I successfully resolved a gun gear effect. If you want to know how good this card is. The controllers are kind of the necessary evil. You have to have them to activate Undyne. That's pretty much why they're there. You can make a gun gear with a Abyss Pike if you get lucky, but really this is just going to be sitting in your hand most of the time, which is fine. Yeah. 2 salvage. I'm probably going to run 3. That's probably what one of the trags are going to become. I like salvage all day. I don't think I lost very many games that I got to salvage off. Just it gets you Diva back, it gets you Undyne back, it gets you Lind back if you need it, it gets you Marksman back, it gets you Heavy Infantry back. And it just makes all your plays great. Like if you, one of the things you want to do is you kind of grind it out. Like you get some of this guy, discard 1, blow something up. Next turn, like do like a sphere play into the Pike, discard, and then you play a salvage and get them back, and drop the Megalo with them. You're pretty much winning. Standard spells and traps, you know, heavy Dark Hole Reborn. Nothing special there. 3 sphere.
MVP.
You have to run 3 sphere. It makes the deck work. It's the easiest way to get into double Megalo, which lets you drop Big Eye. And Big Eye's Big Eye. The best part about the deck is the traps. This is the problem I think a lot of people are having with this deck, while a lot of people aren't doing well, is they're running 3 spheres and like Trag and Maxi and Veiler stuff, and they're getting wrecked all day, you know, because they don't have anything to protect their plays. You know, they're trying to be super aggressive. Like, if you don't want to run traps, don't play this deck. Play Chaos Dragons. Yeah, but if you want to run this deck, you need traps. MST, Torrential, Warning, super good. I decided to cut the Bottomless for the Compulse. It's kind of a personal preference thing. If you like Bottomless, it's fine to play Bottomless. Compulse was an MVP for me, though. It always has been. I side decked the D-Prisons. So that's pretty much it for the main deck. It's just really good. You just grind out your games, you blow their stuff, you just out-advantage them. I don't think I ever ended a game with less than like a +3 on my opponent. Yeah. So as far as the extra deck goes, I had like a +5 or 6 at one point on my last guy.
3 Undines and 2 controllers?
Yeah. Great. Generally, if you resolve 2 undynes, you win. That's pretty much it.
Your opponent's
For the extra deck, I got a Mistworm. I only summoned it once, but it's kind of something you just kind of need to have in there as an option. Scrap Dragon, I never summoned it, but again, you need an 8.
Yeah.
Gun Gear, MVP of the extra deck. I did not lose a game. I successfully resolved his effect. Just so you summon him, very easy to summon. You can go Diva into Infantry, drop this out of your hand. Yeah, you can go Diva into this if you have something else out. It's super easy to make in the deck. And then you use him, you discard Atlantean effects. Like if you get him out and you discard 1 Infantry, you're destroying 2 of your opponent's cards. You know, discard 1 Marksman. If you pitch 2, you're blowing a 4. I mean, you get a +4 off this guy. So, Catastor. It's Catastor. Like, you summon Diva, you go Marksman, you attack with them if they have an open field, you drop this and you make a Catastor and go. DeLorean. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship with this card. I don't really like running it, but it's really good. One of my favorite plays is you go Diva into Marksman. You attack with the Marksman and get a Dragoon. And then in your main phase 2, you sink these for the DeLorean. Bounce the Marksman back to hand so you have it to pitch with the Megalo. Or you can bounce the Spheres back to hand to reuse them. Armory Arm, just in there because that's an Armory Arm. Yeah. Big Eye, you need him, rank 7. If you successfully resolve his effect, you're probably winning. Bahamut Shark, a lot of people are iffy on this card. This card is too good. Basically, like the main play with it is you get him out with the Sphere into Lind, and then you do something like Diva into Marksman, or just have the Marksman and you get him out. You overlay these guys for the Bahamut Shark, you detach the Dragoons. Not only does he special summon a 1900 beater while he's at 2600, you get the Dragoon Surge from Megalo.
Which is stupid.
Or another Diva. I mean, the card's just too good to not play.
Yeah, when you said it first, it didn't seem fair. I think you're right.
Leviathan Dragon, it's really good. You overlay for it with a Marksman, detach the Marksman, you get the effect. So it's just really good. That's only in there because of Bahamut Shark. I never actually made him, just dropped him with Bahamut. I just wanted the Leviair to have a Leviair. It's a good card to have.
Yeah.
Nothing really, I didn't ever used it. Best card in the extra deck.
How much is
Probably the best extra deck card right now. Tim Tempo. It won me a couple games. Somebody made an acid golem on me. I dropped Tim Tempo, detached the materials, and it won. Zen Mains, just kind of another one of the staples. This card was really bad. I thought it would be good, and I never used it. A lot of the reason people are playing this is they're playing Birdman in this deck and trying to OTK with it. That OTK is really bad. It adds inconsistency to your deck. It adds dead cards. Don't play that. Don't play Birdman. Gachi Gachi. He's pretty stupid. You can go into a Diva, into heavy infantry play, and if you got the other monster to summon, you make them a Gachi, and you got an 1800 Marksman. That's special summoning monsters every time it gets an attack through. So that's pretty much it for the extra and the main. The side deck wasn't anything too awfully special. A couple of Snowman Eaters because he's searchable. If you activate Pike's effect, you can search Snowman Eater off it. Max C. It beats 1-ups. Yeah, I mean, it's Max C. A side deck, the 2 MST is a big problem for this deck. That was a side deck 2 Dust Tornadoes. This deck loses to Macro Cosmos, to D-Fissure, things of that sort, so you need to have these in there. Like, these need to be coming in game 2. Soul Taker, just like hero matchup, Chaos Dragon matchup, just
random things.
Chaos Dragons was my one loss today, so I think you definitely work on this a little for Chaos Dragons a little more. D-Prisons, just good to have. They're good against heroes. D-Prisoned a couple Shinings today.
Broke.
It was also in there for Dark World. I didn't have to play Dark World, thankfully, but that's what that's there for. Goes in match is just too good not to run. They're all waters, except for Controller, which really doesn't matter. So you play wind-ups, flip a goes in match, and you just start blowing their stuff up. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, it's Insectors, Dark World, things of that sort. That's what that's in there for. Just Gravekeepers. They're actually pretty good. My friend actually got second place with Gravekeepers today. So
That's legit.
Shadow Mirrors, good side deck card. That's pretty much it for the deck. Side deck could use a little work. Side decking with the deck is hard. If you're gonna play it, I'm gonna warn you that you have to be careful what you side in and what you side out, because there's not a whole lot of room. But overall, great deck. 4th place, 1 loss, so it's good.
All right, thanks. All right, Team Absolute Awesome and St. Jimmy Doloady signing out.